Alright, you guys can see my screen. One sec, let me show you my screen. Wait, it's loading. Can you guys see my screen? You guys see my screen, yeah? Say nine. Alright, let me turn my camera off so it's easier. Anyway, so December 2024, I mean, as we know, right, December is usually one of the worst months of the year. So that's something to keep in mind. So we're going to be very, very, very cautious and we're going to also target less points depending on how volatile the day is, yeah? So let me bring up news. Right. So Monday, the 2nd of December, we have PMI at 10 a.m. Where am I going? Okay, so PMI at 10 a.m. Let me just go to the. I think this needs to be every single day. No. Yes. No. Okay. I think we missed Monday. Okay, we're gonna have to Tuesday. Okay, this is Tuesday. Cool. So we'll start with Tuesday. All right, Tuesday we have job openings at 10 a.m. Perfect. Okay. First things first, what do we do? Right? We zoom out on the high time frame. It's current December. This is the high time frame. What do we see? Yes, we see a massive SMT of all-time highs, but how do I need to try and make it sort of crosshair. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we have an SMT on the high time frame, which doesn't mean much. The daily looks like it wants to go higher, right? You guys can tell this is just a rebalance for us to go higher. So currently my high time frame bias is bullish, right? Correct? That's my high time frame bias. So we are bullish. Let's just zoom to the 1 hour. So currently we've displaced higher on that Monday, and Tuesday now we are coming lower. So we have all these relative equal highs. We have these highs as well, but nothing much. So I'm just gonna zoom into the 15. So what do we see, right? We do see price displacement lower. So there's a possibility price may come lower into the this BISI here and come lower and go higher again. So let's just go on 1 minute and check what price does, right? So on these days when we display so high the previous day, right, you expect price to rebalance lower and build some bullish structure within this massive high time frame BISI. So usually when price is normal, price will slowly come lower and then do some structure and then go higher. We rarely tap this thing and then go higher, come straight away. So I don't mind being bearish today. All right, so let me just go to macro open. So there's us coming lower. We formed an SMT, so I'm gonna keep SMTs in mind because it might be stronger than normal. So there's an SMT on market opens. What's this? Market open manipulation. All right, that's us displacing higher. Okay, let me get to what time is this? 43. Okay, so currently it's 43. What do we see? We had this SMT that made price slowly go higher. Oh, ES is going lower. You go 15-minute SIBI, and you can tell we're bearish. So me currently I'm bearish, but Enki is more bullish than bearish. So I'm gonna wait a few more candles to see how this 15-minute candle closes within the SIBI. So right now I want to see if we respect CE of the SIBI or not. I believe that's what you guys will do as well. You wait to see. You wait to see how we respect the SIBI. Yeah. So let's wait one more candle to be important. Okay, at this point, right, we haven't really respected the SIBI. The 5-minute looks like it rebalanced within the BISI to go higher. Right, so if I'm bullish, I want to see some displacement higher. I know we're very not correlated with ES. I know it's kind of annoying, but right now ES is going lower and NQ is going higher. But you have to ask yourselves, which one are we trading, right? Perhaps we may just rebalance a bit more lower and then go higher. So right now my bias is leading towards being bullish now, just from the way we close within the 15-minute BISI. So let's see what price does. There's us going higher now, right? We wait. Okay, so what do we do now? We have a massive SMT, but it doesn't mean much. I'm leaning towards being bullish now. Knowing that this 15-minute kind of closed bullish, we have this on the 1 hour, we have this in the 4 hour, right? But the reason why I'm really being very bullish is because of the way we close with this 5-minute SIBI, right? We tapped it so many times and this place above it. So I'm leaning towards being bullish, but I want to see some manipulation, bro. I'm getting eyed so many times by Alpha Capital. Okay, anyways. Right, let's wait. Is this enough for us, right? Currently, right, we had this basic respect, we retrace again, but we're not getting any displacement higher. So I'm currently just waiting. We have this Bissy and ES, nothing much. I'm still seeing nothing, to be honest. Right, I want to see if this 5 minute displays higher to show that we're respecting the 5 minute rebalance for us to go higher instead of us trying to come lower. Right, at the end of the day, right, we had these CBs, we disrespected all of them, but we're not getting displacement, and we do have multiple SMTs. So if we're truly bearish, where's our next drawn liquidity, right? It could be lower. At this point, we also have 10 a.m. news, so let's be wary of that. At this point, I might just wait for 10 a.m. news, right? We've only had a market open manipulation. Since then, we've gone higher. But at this point, looking for longs right now, it's a bit too late because there's a chance that 10 a.m. may stop you out. If there's not true manipulation within the macro, most of the time 10 a.m. will do it. So let's see what price does. Okay, there's manipulation again. So you're seeing this, right? You're wondering, okay, what the hell's 10 a.m. gonna do? Whenever we see price do this, just accumulation, we have not displaced once. We only have displaced from 9:30 to like 9:36. These candles were displacement. The rest of this is just slowly going higher. Now we had it exact same day yesterday when price was slowly chopping, and then we opened up to manipulate it and go higher again. So this can happen, right? At this point, I'm just going to skip through till 10 a.m. You can clearly tell. Now, if 10 a.m. is bullish, it's kind of unfortunate, but we'll look for entries after, right? Currently here, there is chance where you can try to enter off this and have your stops below here if you want to. But me personally, I'll just wait for 10 a.m. really and truly, because at this point, right, if you just zoom back out, it does look like we want to go higher. And it does look like 10 a.m. is just going to displace higher to then target these relative equal highs. But we just have to wait to see what price does. Okay, that's 10 a.m. Okay, that wasn't even that bad, to be honest. Now I'm leaning toward being bullish now. We can see this next candle opening like that. Now, do you guys agree with me entering buys right now? If you have stops like this, stops below here or down here if you want, there are equal lows there, and then you can just target, maybe you can target this high if you want. So let's just go through it one more time. Displacement lower, SMT slowly displacing higher. 10 a.m. opens up, nothing much. Now we see this, you're like, okay, do you guys think it's longs right now? Let me see what you guys think. Yes? Goodness me. Yes? Just FUPA, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's December, so you have to keep that in mind. It's December. But I think longs right now is pretty good. It's not really premium. It's not really premium. It does seem like it's premium. But to be honest, you're looking at this now, it's slightly premium. But we wait for 10 a.m. news. I think this is pretty good. I won't wait for candle close though, but I'll be kind of annoyed if price just keeps going higher. Yeah. Let's wait. This looks pretty good. It's just I'm gonna wait. We have more SMT and everything. One sec. Let me read this. We have more SMT and everything. I will wait for some fastest place for one site. Yeah, to be honest, like we kind of missed the entry because I was waiting for 10 a.m. news, but from the way we displaced higher, I don't want to. ES is very, very clumsy right now. We're not moving a lot on ES. So I don't mind wait for a rebalance. Like this 1 minute busy. Let's see what price does here. Okay, see what I'm saying now? Now it's 10:04. Now you think shorts. I mean, I think it is a bit difficult day here because we're in such a premium, right? And someone said that I think it was Nico. We're in a premium, like on the high time frame, so the draw might be low. It's just this is just manipulation for us to come lower. So let's see what price does. It doesn't matter if we get a late entry. Okay, there's a busy respect. So now at this point we kind of missed it. That's pretty good. Let's see what price does now. Um, 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 okay. I don't see anything. You can try to catch a scalp, but me personally, we haven't displaced properly once, bro. So overall, I'm just gonna take a day off, bro. There's nothing wrong with taking a day off. Yes, we just expected. You could have entered off this place when past is busy, and then anticipate 10 a.m. to go on higher. You could have done that. But me, like, I didn't really think about entering. Bro, who's telling me try shorts fifth? Julian, why? What do you, is your mic cutting again? I think you got too close on this. I think I'm too close. Let me. Oh yeah, noise suppression. Let me turn this off. Okay, there you go. I think my mic's better. You're telling me do shorts, bro. Julian, I can hear you, bro. Um, so on this day, I'm looking for optimal entry, right? We displaced lower. We had this 5 minute, 15 minute bissy. You could have tried long in here, but me personally, I wouldn't trust this. And then prices could come lower now. That's fine. I'm going to the next day. I'm no entries here. I'm being realistic. This is how I would trade. I would generally not trade because of how like we were so choppy. So going to the next day, we have Powell speaking at PM. We have 10 a.m. news again. Going to the 4 hour, we'll do the same thing again. Okay, so now my bullish bias was correct, right? We're at all time highs now. So all time highs mean just stay bullish, bro. Just stay bullish unless price tells you otherwise, right? So 15 minute done that. Where do we want to come to these relative lows or relative to these lows? Let's just see what price does. Okay, 44. Okay, what have we done? Right, we are at all time highs. So we have no other TP anymore for longs. We're looking at this, so this looks like a low probability day again. We're at all time highs. We have no reason to be going lower unless we are manipulating. So looking at this, we haven't tapped anything either. So I can see price going lower, perhaps just to target this 1 hour BC, or just overall a rebalance for the higher time frame to go higher. So I'm gonna watch what macro does. Currently, right, we are just manipulating slowly lower. Whenever price does this, you expect sell off straight away. That's what I noticed. We have this slight SMT with 39 and 30, right? So that's an SMT to be wary of. So this SMT is probably going to make price rebalance into this range, and then we're going to get shorts towards those relative equal lows and the 4 hour BC. But unless price tells me otherwise, there's macro open. So macro open means 15-minute candle, right? You can tell from here we want to go lower. The only problem is, right, there's no Sibis or Bissies, so this is a hard day. You can just tell there's nothing here. All we have is this order block, right? We can consider that as like and this little city, we can consider this as like a confluence for us to go lower. Okay, there's us going lower. Nothing much. We have an SMT again. No SMT anymore. So now the 1 hour looks like this. The 15 minutes looks like that. Do you guys see anything? Me personally, I don't. I think this is a low probability day again. Bear in mind, guys, this is December, so it's going to be difficult, but I don't see anything. We rebalanced. Okay, we had a Bissy here. Okay, let's see how this candle closes. It's pretty good. Um, Going on the 5 minute. I think price still wants to come lower. We have 10 MUs again, by the way. ISM PMI, so this could move again. So, right? Yeah. So I don't see much. Honestly, I do not see much. You guys see anything? I don't see anything, bro. This is arse. I will not. No, I don't see anything. Generally, this is nothing. Because look at ES, just straight piano tiles, and NQ's just chopping lower than chopping higher. So I'm expecting 10 a.m. to be somewhat strong, right? Let's just go to 10 a.m. Yeah, I wouldn't trade this if I was you guys. Generally, I wouldn't. You're way more than likely going to get stopped out than get hit TP. And if you're long, what is your TP? I guess it's eternal high, but just wait for 10 a.m. Right? Okay, that's 10 a.m. open. That's perfect. I am leaning being more bearish than bullish. Okay, 10 a.m. opens there. I don't. I hope it doesn't flood. Okay, that's not really too bad. Okay, right. This is important. You can tell, right, from like this turtle sweep and how it's displacing low and this steady respect. Right, we're going low. We're bearish. Now we have an SMT here. Now the narrative to me looks way more bearish than bullish, right? But this SMT will probably more than likely make price rebalance for us to go lower more. That's what I'm seeing right now. Because to me, after forming this massive bullish wick and trying to go higher, we completely displaced back lower again, meaning we're targeting like, I don't know, this 1 hour BC probably. We can target this 1 hour BC. So to me, I think from the way price is moving, I want to see this candle like maybe we can get a steady rebalance, but from the way we're displacing so quickly now, I don't mind entering shorts like here and then having your stops above there, knowing that this is the rebalance candle. and obviously we can just target this price and we can obviously target more depending on how I feel. But I think this SMT makes wants the price just to rebalance a little bit, and it just could be up to this candle right here for us to come lower. But let's see what price does. I'm not taking it just yet. Right, that's the SMT rebalance. Let's see if we get displacement lower and we can enter displacement. Let's wait, let's wait. Okay, now we look bullish now. So is this SMT going to be true? Perhaps, perhaps not. So my thought process was this SMT to make price rebalance for us to come lower. But now this SMT looks kind of true. I'm going to wait one more candle, right? Because ES still looks very bearish. We barely went high on ES. I'm going to wait one more candle. I think we're just very manipulative. Right? We have this BISI there. I know I'm not taking any trades, but I'm just sitting on my hands. Generally, I'm just sitting on my hands. There's nothing to do. Okay? That's displacement high now. It's pretty good here. SMT could enter off displacement if you want, but the way ES is not moving, it's kind of scary. For testing London and Asian, I wouldn't suggest because you don't want to spend too much time on charts every day, like going through 3 sessions. It's gonna mix your bias up, Sheldon. It's gonna mix your bias up. Let's say you have a bullish bias for New York during London, but then your bias can change. So like, you don't want to be doing that. This looks pretty good for longs, but this might play out. Let's see if this plays out. It does play out. That's pretty nice. Honestly, bro, still no trades for me personally. We had an SMT. We displaced higher, had this BC. Could enter off this BC targeting this relative high out there, which is pretty good. That's probably your only trade, and now we'll probably come low again. Again, not gonna lie, pretty decent day, but optimal trade entry was 10:07. Generally, we had nothing from 45 to 9 to 10 a.m. Generally, we had nothing. After we formed the SMT, you could enter longs and targeting that external high there. Of this confirmation of the BISI. So yeah. Shorts off the Tulsa 945 OB also in 5 minutes CB. Well, one shorts, bro. One shorts. But yeah, I think optimal entry here was BISI. So you guys see that I waited patiently. We were just chopping, had the SMT. I wanted this 1 hour BISI to get filled, but we didn't get that. But overall, again, I'm not taking a trade here. Because I think this is NFP week. I think it's just price is just very, very solid. Like, yes, we are displacing higher. Yes, we had the SMT. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's kind of late. And also, like, I just didn't take it because it's late, which is completely fine. Not taking a trade is actually one of the habits that I'm trying to adapt to as well. Anyways, next day is completely fine. Thursday we have unemployment claims. I think this is the day before NFP. Okay, bear in mind this is the day before NFP, so this is a very low probability day. But I'm expecting the setup to be very, very early though, like macro open early. So there's rebalance yesterday we had. Was it here? Yeah, it was here. Was it there? Well, yeah, it was down here. So we did displace high, which is pretty nice. So I guess now we're still bullish again, which is good, right? We are heading high again. So let me just go to macro open. Nothing much. ES looks so bad, bro. This is actually a horrible price action. And also, as you get closer and closer to Christmas, it's going to get worse. I forgot to mention that. There's market open. Okay, we have now just displaced higher. We've taken out this high on NQ. So we formed an SMT right now. Let's see if we get displacement lower. We try to be honest. We just came up one more time for a retest. Okay, 41, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what do we see right now? We have a turtle sweep and SMT on the high time frame. I'm expecting price just to rebalance a little bit lower, but we can still be very bullish just because we haven't displaced low. We just chopped around. We formed equal lows on ES, and it's the day before NFP. So if I don't take a trade, I don't take a trade. December, by the way, is the worst month of the year, so it's very calm that I'm not taking any trades because this day you want to risk less as well. On this month, especially, to be honest. Anyways, we open up macro, right? I think from this turtle sweep SMT, price should displace lower down there. But let's see if this candle flips because I'd rather be bearish than bullish right now. Yeah, nothing much. We're trying to displace higher though. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything, bro. And you can try use fib. When this range. I don't mind being bearish. I think we tap CE of the 5-minute wick. So remember how I mentioned when there's no BISIs and SIBIs, you can see that on the 15-minute wick. When there's no BISIs and SIBIs, we tend to just use CE of wicks, so that's the reason why I marked it out. So there's us displacement low off the C, which is nice. I'm bearish now. This looks pretty good. Oops. This looks pretty good. Boing, 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 boing. Do you guys think this is valid? We have the tail sweep SMT. Yes, we still look kind of bullish on yes, but I think price wants to take out a low before we go higher. We can just target these lows. But do you think this is valid? Do you guys think this is valid? Yes, clean. I feel like there's not enough. I'm gonna take this one because we haven't traded yet, and also it is the day before the day before NFP, so it might be slow and it could be bad. But to me, I want to take the trade just in the macro because the longer we take, the harder it might be. But I'm gonna try this just because I haven't taken a trade yet. I'm a backtesting, so it's completely fine. All right. Let's see what price does. I didn't wait for candle close, but that's fine. Okay. Holy edge, bro. I don't like edged. I don't like being edged. There you go. Boom. Okay. This is a pretty nice trade, right? It's only 22 points, but you have to bear in mind in December the price action is way slower. So we only made $440, but on the day before NFP, I think this is a great trade. Going through this, right, I'll mark it one more time, right? It's pretty easy, but it's also kind of hard at the same time. We're just lucky NFP is more bearish. So we had a sweep of tail sweep SMT on the high time frame, right? Now this means a price will rebalance. That's a fact, right? So at least price will rebalance within this candle here. So when you zoom into the specific 9:30 to 9:45 time frame, this candle here was the SMT that tail sweep in the higher time frame. This candle here. So you expect price to come lower, right? Which we did. We then manipulated one more time from another tail sweep SMT on the high time frame. Now usually when we form SMTs at the same time with other SMTs, sometimes it's not valid and it's just price manipulating to go the opposite way, like continue going higher in this scenario. But the reason why I was so heavily bearish is because we tried to go higher after. Okay, so this is what price did, right? I'll make this clear as possible. The 9:30 candle made the tail sweep SMT, correct? Now we tried to go higher because that candle, assuming that candle is just a rebalance for us to continue along being bullish, right? I'm gonna say that again. This candle, usually when the narrative is obviously bullish, the tail sweeps and SMTs on the bearish side are majority of the time just rebalances for us to continue going higher. But obviously this is high time, this is all-time high, so it might be much harder for you to recognize how low price will go for us to go higher again off this SMT. So me knowing that, I then zoom in and I can see price trying to go higher again off the tail sweep SMT, but we completely run back down again here. So I'm expecting price, okay, maybe this is the rebalance for us to go higher. But when you zoom into this leg here, we didn't really take out anything, we didn't fill anything, so I can tell price wants to go lower. So we tried to rebalance higher again for us to go obviously higher, but we never did that. I marked out the 15-minute C of the wick, right? Because there's no BISIs, there's no CBs, there's nothing. Now if we're truly bullish, we're going to displace through this and go higher completely. We reacted off it straight away, and then obviously I see this little leg here, and this little leg, you can consider this as like a BISI, like just a little leg higher, and the little leg got inversed. This candle here specifically flipped. We were obviously bullish here, then we flipped, entered there, stops above here, targeted the next internal low there. So my point is, whenever there's, obviously I've said this before a lot, whenever there's SMTs and turtle soups opposite the high time frame narrative, you expect that to be the manipulation and rebalance for us to continue along the high time frame narrative. So targeting that low is perfect, and if price does go lower, that's great. That means we're going to rebalance a lot on the high time frame. Okay, there we go. So just looking at this, right? Horrible day. We caught the best entry. Perfect. Pretty good day. Any questions? Anyone got any questions? Is SL valid? Yeah, SL was just above the high. Pretty good pre-NFP day trade. Say no more. Alright, looks good. Perfect. Next day. So we know this is NFP. Right, there's NFP in December, right? There's still probably moved not a lot of points. A 70-point NFP candle is kind of dead. Let me check the news. Is that Italian news? We have orange folder, which is pretty good to be honest. Okay, zooming out again. What's the lesson for the fib tool? To be honest, this is how I use it, and I think he mentioned it in STDV, standard deviation. Anyways, here's a tail soup. We manipulate one more time to go high again. So to me, I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty bearish because I mean I can't actually know. The daily got filled so nice on ES, but not a lot on NQ. And whenever BC doesn't get filled too much, I expect it to get filled one more time. But it might not be this candle, it might be the next candle or the day after. So today's pretty mid. Right, this is the range since Wednesday. So we have a lot of manipulations, right? What did I say? The high time from narrative is bullish. These SMTs and total slips on the bearish side will just make price rebalance lower to then continue going higher. And we ask ourselves, is this enough rebalance for us to go higher? To be honest, it might be because we just disrespected this 4 hour CVO on ES. So, but we have 5 minutes left, and these 5 minutes can change a lot. So let's just see what price does. This looks beautiful, by the way, right? This SMT tail soup is for price to go along the narrative. This SMT tail soup is for price to go against the narrative. So this makes price rebalance. This makes price displace. Right? It's pretty simple to understand. We are coming down right now, though, so that is something to be careful of. So maybe the narrative has flipped, and the tail soup SMT at the highs are more valid, but. Oh yeah, we can also take 930 entries. I'm gonna try to take one just because I actually didn't know properly you can't take them, but you can. So looking at this, right, you have to wait for manipulation. So obviously we do have some form of manipulation here. So this could be nice buys, but we have filled the busy there. So I'm just gonna wait. Okay. There's manipulation. 15-minute busy kind of got filled. To be honest, I don't see much. I'm waiting for one more candle. Longs now look good. Longs now look pretty good. Take out that high. Yeah. I'm gonna wait though, because I missed the entry. Alright, before this busy, looking at the high time frame, the SMT is holding, everything's looking good. I want to be bullish right now. I'm hoping this is the perfect SMT again for us to continue going higher, right? Because the only the only annoying thing is, ES formed so many equal lows, but I don't think the price is going to take that. Shorts look 5, OB gets respected. Which OB? On the one. Yeah, if it displaces lower. We're not getting that right now. Honestly, I'm bullish, but we are missing a lot of it. I'm gonna go to macro open now. Okay, that is 42, 43. I know I've missed the entry. Honestly, this manipulation was perfect for us to go higher, but I didn't take it. Which is fine. I'm waiting for entry here. Okay. Alright, so here's macro open. We're just, oh my days, we're actually shooting higher, man. This is so annoying. I didn't take the entry. Anyways, let's just look for rebalance now. Waiting for rebalance. Damn. Alright, we're up here now at this point. This is pretty good. I mean, this was readable. I should have taken entry up down here, or maybe just PXH. I don't know why I didn't mark out PXH to see if we displaced above, and then we should enter off displacement up here. But I just waited for macro at this point. Alright, there's displacement higher. Honestly, you could enter longs now, but I didn't take anything. This looks pretty decent. What do we even target? So obviously in this case scenario, we're gonna get here one day again, right? Because obviously this is an index. So if you're in this case scenario, what would you do? How would you target price? What you would do, right? You'd go on like the 4 hour or the daily. Majority, I think the best time is probably the 1 hour, 4 hour. And you'd get the manipulation wick. So to me, this is the manipulation wick because this is the form of SMT. And you'll see, oh, perfect. Want to hit the 4. I want to hit the 4. I know I didn't take anything. I missed majority of the entry, but I want to hit the 4. Let's see if the 4 gets hit. Right, this is a much harder trade to be in, so we may hit stop loss before. It may rebalance to 2 and then go higher. Okay, there, the 4 got hit, right? Perfect. Okay, now this is probably the worst trade to be in, right? The best trade was obviously when 930 open, right? We had our internal manipulation, so it can be internal or external on NFP days. We had this, right? Perfect manipulation. We displaced higher. Now, if you're too unsure entering here, you can wait for see what price does here, right? Displacement of this high for PXH, and then obviously the 5 minute show that perfectly. We fake tail souped, displaced higher, then rebalanced into PXH, and then displaced higher perfectly from there. Now, obviously, I didn't take that because I'm an idiot, so it's fine. Then I just wait for a perfect rebalance and then took short displacement kind of off there, targeted the 4. And then you can probably see now price will go lower. The 4. See? Notice how as soon as price hits the 4, we start accumulating. And I won't be surprised if price comes low. There you go. Let's see how low price goes. There you go. See? Because we hit a specific standard deviation on the 4. It came back down to the 2 again, and then maybe we'll use that level to go higher. So yeah, that's pretty good. Notice how as soon as price hits the 4. Someone asked me a question. Oh, I pressed YouTube by accident, bro. Do you ever enter before 940? Honestly, only if it's NFP day, bro. Honestly, if NFP day. And I have missed the majority, I have missed the correct move. I probably took the latest entry you can take. It's still valid, right? It still worked, but it's just I used the best thing that I used was using the fib. You can use the fib on this wick as well. Just do that. Right, notice price hit the 2.5, we just chopped around, and that made price displace higher. Hit the 4 again, chopped around with inside it, but the high time frame one was way better because the higher time frame is the more likely it will hold. So obviously we can try on the 15 minute. Probably will be way easier to see. So this is how you use fibs. So when we're in all-time highs or when there's a hard TP to find out, -1 wicks, -2 got displaced and then -4 chopped around. So yeah, as I was saying, whenever we're in like all-time high price action, etc., you want to just use the fib like that off the manipulation wick. So going through this day again, I didn't take anything bad. I don't know why. But you had obviously you look for 930 open trades. Don't be scared like what I just done, right? Obviously we had a nice tail soup here. This is not considered manipulation, right? We displace higher. Now if you think this is not enough, you can just wait until what price was at this high here. Now if we're truly bullish, this should displace above this high. We should barely try manipulate lower. I mean barely try displace lower. Now notice this is a very key important thing what price did here. At 9:30, bro. Wait, what's this? At 9:34, what did price do? We turtle souped it. So if this turtle soup was correct, you'd expect price to slowly displace lower. 9:35, try to close bullish. 9:36, try to close medium. 9:37, try to close bad as well, clearly bullish. Now 9:38 did that. This close, you could enter off displacement right up here, stops below this here, so this could be a good entry. Knowing that price would then obviously respect PXH and go higher. Now, if you're too scared and you may think price will take out these internal lows and go higher, that's fine. Wait to see what price tells you. This one, okay, not really enough displacement. This one, okay, this isn't bearish price action. Let's see what price does after this. Oh, look, we tried to come lower again. We're still holding this PXH level. And as soon as price displaces above 42, you can enter at 43, like here, and then you let price pump for you. And obviously, if you miss that entry, just take a nice normal displacement entry and rebalance entry, target the fib, which is also 30 points. That's a pretty good day. Once again, NFP, right? What did it do? So 9:30 open trade is the only time you can trade, and obviously that was NFP and PXH. Ultimately, a very nice, easy day to be honest, especially for a December day. So that's a pretty good day. That's a very good day. Anyways, now this is going to be CPI week, so we know how price can be during these weeks. So Monday is probably going to be very low prob, right? CPI week on a Monday, very low prob. But let's zoom out. Obviously, we're still in this bullish high time frame trend, right? We're going higher. We are accumulating though, so you can see price coming lower after this busy disrespect. Maybe we fall this busy more and then go high again. But honestly, the ES on the 1 hour looks way more worse than NQ, which is actually pretty good. Right, so you're seeing this on the 5 minute. What do you think the 1 minute is gonna do, guys? This is honestly horrible. So we're gonna play ping pong today, and we're gonna try look for entry. Let's go to macro open. It's a nice volatility though. Alright, there's macro open. Okay, we did displace higher. I forgot to do one more candle less. Okay, once again, ES and NQ are not correlating, but we do have an SMT. Okay, perfect. What does this mean as well? We have an SMT here, so now I look very bullish. To be honest, after displacing past the CB, I don't mind entering longs right now. I know I'm one candle late, which is annoying. But I think this looks pretty good, you know. Generally, this looks pretty good. This is a bit rushed though. What are the chances you go up here? Probably low. But I'm just gonna see what price wants to do. I think, okay, the reason why I think this is probably gonna hold, right? So we had this busy, we had this busy disrespect to come lower, and now we had our form of manipulation for us to continue going higher. We have 14 minutes left. I don't see this 1 hour flipping at all. To be safe, I'll target the 50%. So I'll just do that just to see what price wants to do. Honestly, I think these longs are pretty good. I want to take these and just go all in because I haven't taken any trades. So, and if you get stopped out, we'll see why. I think the only reason why we'll get stopped out is because we'll probably take out this high and come lower. But obviously, I want to see prices being bullish. So yeah, this looks pretty good. And I don't mind getting stopped out. We'll see what the mistake we made and we'll focus on that for next time. Obviously, I'm not targeting this. I'm just going to see what price does. All right. Let's let it open. Okay. Okay, bang. Okay, now we've taken out this high. We have formed another SMT, but we're only up. Oh, the high is like 7 points. So if you want to take out for 7 points, go ahead. But I prefer to actually stay in the trade and just take out for 7 points. But now that we've taken out this high, we're probably going to rebalance lower. There's a rebalance lower. See how price does. We'll see what price does. Um, wait one sec. Let me continue going. This is choppy though. See what price does. Stop loss is coming. Alright, stop loss is still valid though. Okay, we got hit. Bro, the only thing price wanted was there, bro. This is a low prob day, to be honest. It's a Monday, a CPI. Um, the longs here were valued, right? We had Sibi disrespect. If I entered it earlier, I would have been fine. We could have targeted that high. We could have done something like this. We could have done something like this. It would have been way better. Obviously, I just put a TP there because that's what I wanted the price to do. This would have been way nicer, but I took it too late. And I guess I just have to pay the price and target that high. Man, overall kind of midday though. It's a Monday. Yeah. That's cool though. It's calm. Overall, I think I'm gonna take my time on Mondays and Tuesdays when it's obviously there's the news weeks. I'm just gonna take my time and let the price develop just before macro and see what price can show me there because we can't miss this out. Tuesday, nothing again. Again, 4 hour opening. Okay, now we're just what are we doing now, bro? Monday dumped eventually, which is actually kind of crazy. Okay, now we have like another SMT on the. Okay, so remember how I said the Bissy. If a BC barely gets filled, we'll probably come to it again, and I can see that Price wants to do that. I think Price wants to displace low to that BC, the daily BC. So I am bearish overall soon, but not now. Let's just go to 1 minute and see what Price shows me. Um, this is. I don't think you want to be in this type of price action. It's kind of difficult. Okay, that is 43, 44. Okay, so we have displaced higher. Okay, okay. What have we done for us to displace higher? Let's go on 15 because that's a good time frame. Okay. I don't think this 1 hour Stevie wants to hold, but we'll see what price does. We're much more bullish on NQ, which is so annoying, but it's fine. We just opened up here, we then slowly displaced higher in the 1 minute, and now we've kind of already missed the move for longs. So I'm gonna wait for some for rebalance, right? The 15 minute is respected this BC, disrespected the Sibi, and massive displacement higher. But honestly, if you're waiting for macro, you haven't got any trades, so let's just wait for price. There's macro open. I want to see a rebalance. I don't mind taking this, you know. I want to see how this candle closes though. Okay, if this candle closed really bullish, I would expect price to go higher, but we didn't close proper bullish, so I'm just gonna be bullish and wait for price to rebalance really and truly. We have filled this 1 hour CE of the SIBI probably, yeah. But I can see price just using that as a rebalance PD array for us to continue going higher. So let's just wait for that. Wait for price to keep moving. Alright, there is this BISI, but is this gonna be enough? I don't think so. Okay. I think this BISI will be pretty good. Unless we just place higher now. Okay, so now at this point, right? This looks exactly the same as this. Does it not? Busy, barely filled, tries to get this place high, this place low again. I've gone 1 minute now, exactly the same. Busy, right? Barely filled, try to this place high, going low again. Okay, there's the busy filled now though. Okay, now we're displacing lower completely. I'm expecting this probably to be a rebalance within the 5 minute busy to us continue going higher. 15 minute as well, just a 15 minute rebalance. Looks pretty good, but I have to be very patient because we are just moving in legs. Like displacement higher, displacement lower. So I have to be very, very careful. Okay, there's hit. Okay, that's 5 minutes busy hit, obviously. Now, obviously, right? You don't want to short just yet. You don't want to long just yet. These 1 minute, yeah, these 1 minute bases and civvies are very important. So let's just wait. Okay, this looks very, very bearish now, but there are 3 minutes left, and I know it looks pretty bearish, but this candle can close bullish again, right? So I'm willing to just to wait to see what price does within these civvies. Because we are going to fill it. We are going to fill it. Let's wait for price to fill them. If you continue moving lower, that's fine. I don't care. We'll look for shorts if we completely displace outside the fair value gap like that. Okay, now we look bearish. That's completely fine. Let's wait for a steady rebalance. That's what I want. No steady rebalance. Crazy. Can we get a rebalance? Okay, here we go. Alright, so far we're forming a W on ES. Bro, we're literally forming a W on ES. These are very hard entries you want to take. You just want to wait for a rebalance. You could enter off this 5 minute display disrespect and you could just target lower, but I prefer just to. I can see price going higher again. I prefer just to enter off rebalances, just so I know what the true price is, right? See how price is complete, the space is higher again. So we have these civvies that we are in. Why not enter your first to come through busy? Here. You could. You could if you want, but I just prefer to enter off display a rebalance. You can if you want, but I just want to rebalance. I like entering off rebalances because it's you know what price wants to do and you can hold the trade for a bit more points. Okay. Now we look bullish again. I just want to rebalance on the 1 minute. This is too late now. Honestly, longs look pretty good now. Like, see what I'm saying? This is very, very like straightforward price action. Very straightforward price action. Honestly, longs don't look bad right now, to be honest. Should I take it? I might take it. Because what do we do, right? From the 5 minute Bissy disrespected it. From the 5 minute Stevie respected it. Really and truly, right? I'm hoping that this is enough of a rebalance for us to go higher now. And from the way price is moving, we got an NQ and WES for bro. I think we can target a higher price like that. Obviously, that's too much, but I'm going to take this. I think this is good. We finally chopped around and rebalance. I know this is very late though, but I think this looks pretty good. Okay, we have taken out the internal high now. Let's see what price. Let's see if price continues to hold higher. Okay, rebalance, rebalance. Space went higher. So you don't want to go break even, right? Because you can still retest. Let me get rid of this. You can still retest that Missy that we formed when we entered. Right, this is basically a PXH entry, and I know this is very late. What am I targeting? Hold on, let me figure out my targeting. Right, what did we do? Right, we filled 1 hour CB, tried to go off of it, and we just placed higher. So now I'm expecting this to get hit. Oh, my bad. I have forgot to put TP. Let me just do this. 1 sec. You know, at this point, okay, hold up. At this point, you can go break even on because we have gotten the retest of it. So I don't mind going break even right now. If you want 30 points, this is your 30 points. It's up there. But I think price can take out this. Let's just see how price moves though. Ooh. Break even? I'm gonna let price move. 1 sec. Break stop loss. Hit, bro. Bro, this is a slow day. I mean, you could have targeted that. But bro, I can't lie. This is a hard macro again. We just displaced higher. You could have entered off shorts displacement lower. And then you could have entered off displacement. But I just prefer to get a rebalance. We did get one, but only 26 points. So that's another loss. That's completely fine. Let me go through the questions. Um, Someone said, because of the SMT OB happening on Moko Open, we anticipate 9:45 to opposite 9:30 of some displays through continuation conference here was the best you could we have taken entries here. You could if you want to, but that's only if you enter off displacement. I was looking for rebalance because it's much harder to catch the displacement entries. Yeah, literally. Yeah. I'm making this harder for us on backtesting so it's easier for us in real life charts. You could have entered here if you wanted to, right? Because we just suspended all these bisses. You could have entered here if you wanted to. That's a completely valid entry. And then the longs here were pretty good. But now price is just choppy again. It's completely fine. A loss does not hurt at all. I think what I should have done, right? I'm gonna be more wary about entering off displacement. So noticing how December price action is, I think entering off displacement is way better than entering off a rebalance. That's what we're gonna do now, yeah. So let's put that in hindsight. This is CPI. Okay, so now I'm very bullish. We tried to respect this city, went low, and now we're going higher again to that same city again. And yeah, I'm very bullish. That's just my high time frame bias right now. CPI came out, bro. Look how much you moved from CPI to market open, bro. That's horror, bro. That's actually horror. Anyways, let's I'm gonna enter off displacement now and forget rebalances. So let's just go to market open first. Let's get some rebalance, please. I want to see a rebalance at least on the high time frame though. Okay, okay. All right, let's go zoom here. What have we done? We just look very, very bullish. Like we can just tell from the way we just displaced above everything. We look so bullish. We had this busy respect. We had this PXH. I'm gonna wait one more candle, and I think entry's perfectly fine. You know. Uh, uh, um, I don't know about this though. I don't know about this. This is entering off displacement. I mean, there's only blue candles, so what's the likelihood of price not going higher? I think all-time high is what price wants. So let's zoom back in, right? The 5 minute just straight displacement high, we barely rebalance. And we're just hoping we don't rebalance now. But I think this is generally a calm entry. The only problem I didn't do is wait for candle close. But let's just do this and see what price does. That's a nice rebalance entry there as well. Okay. Yeah, bro. These days you just want to enter off displacement, bro. We just got edged a bit though. Are we gonna get TP, bro? There we go. Okay. Right, I'm explaining this trade. It looks like I rushed it, but it's generally a perfect trade. Whenever you see price doing this after CPI comes out, look at, bro, CPI only moved 40 points, but the rest of the move after 200 points. And every time we try to rebalance, this is what we would do. Accumulation. Accumulation slowly going higher. PXH, displacement, displacement. Just enter off displacement and go for it, bro. Honestly, this is a nice trade. And I won't be shocked if price goes higher. If you miss this entry, look how hard it is to try to catch an entry here. Generally, like. And I won't be shocked if price just keeps going higher, man. This is just all-time high price action. Okay. This is a pretty good trade, right? This is a mad, like, imagine catching this, bro. It's pretty clean. It's very obvious the reason why price will do this, because it's a high time frame move. We tapped the CB, came lower, and now we displaced right back through it again, disrespecting the idea we're going lower, and we rebalanced enough here for us to go higher. And what did price do as well? What did I say about this Bissy? We eventually filled it properly. I said here, barely got filled, tried to come lower, and then filled it properly going higher now. So now I'm bullish for for tomorrow as well. It's pretty good, right? Anyway, this is tomorrow now. So PPI came out, and now we're going to get much worse price action because yesterday moved so crazy, and we are displacing slowly lower now. To go on the 4 hour, we have this CB disrespect, but we have 30 minutes left. This basically getting respected. That isn't CE though. Pretty sure it's not. No. But I am leaning being bearish now. We're having SMT. I'm leaning to being bearish now. I'm leaning to being bearish a little bit, just for price to fill this busy out a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for macro open and see what price does. We have those highs up there as well. But today is much less probable than yesterday. Um, right? 43 and 44. Okay. So far, it's just accumulation, nothing at all to work with. Absolutely not, other than this little baby SMT that's making price go higher. Now you can tell that price is trying to go high, but the sells keep pushing it down again. We may just take out these relative equal highs and come lower. Right? So let's wait for this 15-minute candle to open. So far we have nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't see anything. Other than this little tiny SMT here. Okay? Go on, Julian, go on. Take care, bro. Take care. It's just straight accumulation, boys. Nothing to work with. Okay? We're in this place and lower now. I want to wait one more candle for us to try continue going lower if we're truly bearish, but there's an SMT now. Honestly, I don't mind taking longs. Here, stops there. Can target these highs because now we formed an SMT. I think price does want to go higher, but I don't like trading against the high time frame trend. But let's see if this works. Mm, I don't want to take this. I think okay, hold up. This is actually much nicer. Okay, what do we do? We formed SMT, right? You guys can see that here. We tried to go higher. Just for this little range here. Now we're going lower again. Disrespect to this busy here. So I think we're going to flood soon. Depending on this candle close. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Shorts looks way better. Could go there if you want. And you can just target this or what's lower. Just overall, I think we'll use a standard deviation because standard deviation is probably the best TPs you want to have. So where do we get standard deviation from? Just go on a 4 hour on the high time frame, and you can just get this fig right here. Drag it from the high of the wick to the low of the wick. So that's the -4. -8 is way too many points though. But I can see a price hitting that. So I'll zoom into the 1 hour and find another manipulation leg. So obviously this is also manipulation leg, right? So you can see how price chopped around in the -2. You can see that. -4 again chopped around. You can see this withers in this wick. So I can target this -8. It's pretty good. Now this trade is negative risk to reward. But I think this looks pretty good. Actually, it's basically 1-to-1. I didn't wait for candle close though. Oh man. Should wait for candle close. Ooh. Let's see what price does. Wait, let me close this. I'm cheating. Hold up. Right, this is actually a horror macro again. Okay, my -8 got here eventually, but honestly, bro, how do you expect to enter off this? What the flip? I mean, this is, bro, if we're gonna go, bro, that's actually a horror macro. Do you guys see anything? I genuinely don't see anything, bro. Maybe if I put stops above here. But honestly, bro, how the hell do you expect to enter off this? Maybe just be more patient. Go gamble at this point. You remember this day? Yeah, honestly, if you just put stops above here, you've been fine. But my target got hit there. -8 got hit now. Now we're just gonna accumulate with the -8. This PA is way better, bro. Why can't we get this PA here? Honestly, just choppy day. Take your loss if you take a loss. But if you took a trade, you'd be bearish, right? Because we try to displace high, we don't. I guess just to be valid, right? You want to have your stops here. Flip. You want to have your stops here. That's completely fine. Honestly, horrible day. That's completely fine, though. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, though. So that's one thing I need to be careful about. So anyway, this is Friday. Right now, I'm expecting price just to accumulate and not do much anymore. Honestly, this is not as bad as I thought as December price action. I expected it to be worse. Honestly, not even gonna lie. But the macros aren't really providing. The macros are not providing. Let's go to macro. Like pre-macro looks good, but then when we get to macro, it's horror. Anyways, now it looks good. Okay, we're displacing higher. Why are we displacing higher? We go ask ourselves, where do we come from? PXH and 1 hour BISI looks pretty good. We're at all-time highs again. ES is very laggy, which is fine. So let's just follow NQ and see what the trend is. Honestly, now that we've displaced higher, I don't want to enter displacement now because we displaced too much. So like we rebalanced here and then 5 legs. So I want to wait for like a rebalance. It doesn't matter if this opens. I want to see a rebalance. Some for a rebalance, right? So there's rebalancing. I'm not going to overcomplicate. We filled the BISI nicely. Now let's see some displacement off the BISI. Okay. Now for candle close to be actual displacement. That's not displacement to me. Right? That's not displacement. See? You would have got stopped out if you entered off this BISI because that's not displacement. So now we're clearly trying to come lower, much lower. Question is how low, right? And also like there's like mad SMTs as well with ES, but I think we're still bullish. I think ES is just very laggy, like slowing behind. So you have the small little SMT here because it's gonna make price probably rebalance into this BISI or this BISI. So yeah, let's just see what price does. We can just take out this low and then go higher, to be honest. So let's see what price does. Nope. Okay, we've taken out the low again. Now at this point it's 53. You gonna see anything to be? I'd rather sell than buy, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to see a bit more. To be honest, now looks pretty good, right? Because why am I saying that now? We filled the Bissy once. We took out the low. Filled the Bissy again twice. Tried to displace higher. Okay, let's see the third leg. Third leg tries to manipulate and try to go as high, but we completely disrespect that. So you could do something like this. And now at this point, right, we're catching shorts at a nice high. Look at the 5 minute closing in 40 seconds. And look how it's looking like right now. We try to displace higher, we're just going to dump lower. You can target just the CE of this thing. But what I'm going to do is, right, I'm just going to trail as soon as price displaces down below it. So, because you can, from the way ES looks like, we're just going to go even lower. And probably fill, I mean, to be honest, I'll do CE of the 15 minute. Yeah. So let me just draw this line, right? Because on these days, we can just displace past C and hold a trade to like an external law or like an internal law. But it's a Friday, so I'm not going to get greedy, but I think this looks pretty good. If you get stopped out, it's completely fine. I'd rather enter shorts in a premium than a discount. I think so. I'd rather short in a premium than a long in a premium. So, I mean, valid stop loss is here, but I'm just going to be realistic and put it here. And then this is the obviously the CE of the thing, and then targeting can go for here for now. But obviously, you don't want to do this. This is dumb, right? But I'm just going to see what price does at this level. What my blue line is, and if price chops around a bit, I'm just gonna trail. No way, we respect the BC? Really? Nah, I think that's just a rebalance, yeah. Okay, that's manipulation loss. Let's be careful. Uh okay, we are coming lower. Okay. So stops were valid, right? This will just make the price rebalance. Then obviously, I think not gonna lie, the better entry was 10 a.m. or 10:01 because we had the BC here. Why do I have big ass targets? Because I target a lot, but don't be doing that, right? I target here. I'm just gonna troll. I'm just gonna troll. I do on backtesting. But honestly, the best entry was as soon as price disrespects is busy, and then you can enter as soon as 10 a.m. hits. But our stop was valid, right? There's CE. So what do? At this point, I wait one more candle. Now at this point, I'm just gonna troll. So now at this point, I've certified 30 points, but I do believe price wants to go lower. We hit my CE first, then price went lower. Let's see what price does. That's what I'm doing, right? So I gave myself an opportunity for price to go lower off of it again. But I still closed anyway, so it's fine. That's what I do. But I don't recommend doing it, by the way. It's not a good thing to do. Honestly, perfect trade. I think the only way you can make it better is if you just entered off the displacement of this BISTI that got disrespected. But other than that, obviously you'll just have your entry like here and you'll have your stops up a bit tighter as well. Other than that, perfect trade. I think this is a great day. Solid trade. What do you guys think? Oh my days, my bad. That's displacement. Yeah, this candle displays past 50%. But obviously it has to close. And I probably can see it still going low, you know. Yeah, it is going to go lower. It just wants to rebalance again. The candle that disrespected the BISI. Um that's not displacement, this is. Okay, the reason why, okay, this candle looks like it's barely respecting the BISI anyways. First of all, from this candle, you can tell that this BISI is not going to hold, right? At the end of the day, this BISI is the only thing holding price to go higher, and this candle here is let alone telling you it's going to go lower because we closed so bearish. This candle closed bearish within the BISI. This candle tried to respect the BISI, close bearish again. Enter here or enter here, or enter up here or enter down here, and it stops there and continue going lower. But I knew price wants to go lower. You can see that, but you just have to go hopefully chops. Isn't that a 1 minute bullish S&T right after your entry? What here? 56 and 10 a.m. 56 and 10 a.m. No, I don't see it. Unless it's 56 and 55. Oh yeah, this one here, yeah. But that's just making price rebalance. So you can see what price did, just rebalanced. For us to get in. I think it rebalanced into the 5 minute order block. Yeah. And just overall, like, it's just rebalance. That's just rebalance. Right, don't get confused. 1 minute BISI, 1 minute SMT longs, no. Wait for displacement for this was truly bullish. The wicks scare me sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, because if the wicks show rejection even when we're displacement that S me over. Oh, fairs, Gus, fairs. What's it called? The wicks, right? Are you talking about these wicks? Whenever you wick to one side, like this, like this. It basically means price is manipulating to go lower. Alright? That's literally what it is. So don't let wicks scare you. Don't let these wicks scare you and think, yes, respecting the BISI, we're gonna go higher. No. Because the narrative is more bearish, bro. We're in a premium. We're in a premium. That's what you should think about, right? This wick tried to respect the BISI. We came back inside the BISI again, displaced lower. I entered off that, knowing that this is going to get disrespected as well. If these wicks scare you, just wait, bro. Just wait. And if you just waited here, right, and then you're saying, okay, we see this as well. I want to see if price wants to respect this BISI. Because if this BISI had a candle closure like that on the third candle, you know it's going to get hit because it's so bearish. The closure, we tried to move up here, but we closed bearish. So you know it's going to get hit. So you wait one candle. Is this enough for you to enter buys or shorts? No. At this point, you know this is shorts, right? This is not enough structure for longs. This candle's enough for you to enter shorts. And if you're still not entering shorts, you can enter off here. And if you miss this short, just enter down here, bro. It's okay. Just put your stops wide enough for you to target that 30 points. My bad. SMT in the opposite direction of your narrative is just a rebalance. Bro, literally you, though. Literally, bro. Literally. Literally, bro. And probably become manipulation. Exactly, but Gogastar, the manipulation is the SMT, that's opposite narrative. How many more days? Should be like another week, and that's it. Should I be mindful of wicks? Or else you mark out CO wicks? What time frames do you mark out these? I only mark out wicks when I don't see SIBIs and BISIs on a high time frame. So if I see price action like this year and there's no SIBIs and BISIs, what I'll do, right, is I'll mark out the high time frame wick here and see what price does, and obviously as you can see it respects and goes lower. So here that's what I do. Honestly, when I only use wicks when we're near them, and also when there's no BISIs and SIBIs for you to use. When do you know when to switch narrative? When I see price telling me that, for example, if I was bearish here, right, and then I see this holding, then I'll switch back to bullish again. But I'll switch narrative from the way we don't respect these BISIs, and for we're in such a premium, right? And also, ES was way more bearish, right? At this point, right, it was 54, and ES on 54 was way down here, so I knew it was bearish. So yeah, that's only when I switch narratives. When we're at like an area where you can tell price wants to reverse, no problem, bro. If narrative value is true, yeah. So Gogusta, you asked about until you become the manipulation. Um, Us knowing that the SMT is the manipulation to make us rebalance to go up completely the same way. You just have to wait for the move to finish, and then you can wait for proper manipulation to continue going higher again. So if this SMT was to make price rebalance to go higher again, you just have to wait for some displacement higher, then you can enter off that. So if this SMT, right, was to rebalance for us to just go into here to go higher, you'd obviously enter longs, but you have to wait for some displacement. And here, that told you this SMT is holding way more deeper, and that's when you target lower price. So every candle will tell you what price wants to do. Honestly, this day is pretty good. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, like I said. This is Christmas week, I'm questioning, is it? I think it is, yeah. So anyway, let's get to 16th. What day is this? 16th. I missed a lot of days. Hold up. 16th, we have a lot of news, you know. On a Monday, we have 45 news. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump to 45, but so far, right? Wow, bro. Sunday went crazy, bro. What the ES finally caught up with NQ now. That's a great sign. Yeah, Sunday went mad. That is crazy. Why is that not on? Okay, anyway, I'm not even gonna bother about that. I think that's a bug. Let's jump to 45. Okay, this is 44, 43, 44. All right, what do we see? We're just pretty much just an SMT here, right? You can see that there. Price disrespecting this Sibi. I don't mind shorting right now, but to me, I don't know why this is like that. Let me refresh. There's no way price actually opened like that. Oh my days, it did. Okay, wow. Why do we only have a gap on one pair? This doesn't make sense, bro. What? Okay, anyways, I'm so confused. Like, where's that on NQ? Anyways, bro. Anyways, I like shorts right now. I'm not gonna lie, I do, but I'm waiting for news to come. It's just a glitch. Yeah, I think it's just a glitch. I'm waiting for news to come out. There's news. Um, 10 seconds. Hello, why are you skipping candles? 10 seconds, G. But why is bro skipping? Let me refresh again. I don't know why bro's skipping candles. I literally said 10 seconds. Okay, this is obviously, this should be 10 second now. Okay, there we go. Right, so far, right, we had the SMT here. This is just Wicks. It's Monday. I don't even mind not trading. It's 50. Alright, this is just absolutely nothing. I'm leaning toward being bearish more than bullish. Let's wait for some manipulation. Right, in this scenario, you want to be more bearish than bullish. I know we have this busy respect, but we're not displacing higher right now. Now we are. Okay, busy fill. I want to see that busy fill properly. Busy fill properly. Inverse. Let's wait for a rebalance. There's a rebalance. Let's see if this candle closes bearish. Nope. Now we're just gonna go higher. That's a nice entry. But to be honest, I don't know what to target now. Not gonna lie, if I'm entering here, I think I only did this type of stop, to be honest. This is a premature entry, by the way. Don't be taking these, but what the hell do we even target, bro? I'm just gonna target fib. I'm gonna get the fib out 1 sec. Let me get the fib. Alright, okay, what do you see here? This looks like a nice wick for manipulation. Alright. We're in the 2-2.5 right now, that's kind of scary. I'm not gonna take a trade. Honestly, I might not take a trade. Anything on the 15 minute? Let's just take it. Let's just take it. See what price does. I'm gonna close that probably there. And also random RCP, so this is a horrible trade. What the bummer claw is this? At this point, I might just close because why is price doing this, bro? Yeah, so I think the reason was right. Let's stop us getting here. Let's stop us getting here. I think we entered way too late. I'm not gonna lie. We entered way too late. Yeah, we saw PXH get respected, but look, we never got displacement out of this, and I didn't wait for that. And also the reason why I think we're doing this, I literally just showed you guys as well, but I didn't pay that attention to it. So this, obviously, what did I use the fib on, right? I used the fib on, was it this one? Yeah. So what did price do as soon as it taps that? So that was a very risky long. I should have just flipped shorts, but at that point, right, this is the mistake you don't want to make, and it happened on Thursday, I'm pretty sure. This was nice displacement of PXH, but we missed the entry. At this point, okay, so whenever we see this, right, oh look, PXH respect, enter off the hit. At this point, you missed the entry already. You need to wait for some displacement. This candle never displaced. This candle kind of displaced, and the next candle just did that, and now you can anticipate shorts. So let's not make that mistake. And I think the optimal entry was within these wicks. But honestly, bro, like, this is a slow day, slow start. I mean, this was nice. You could have entered here, but I don't know why I didn't catch this. I don't think I was looking. This was a nice entry. Just because we had a PXH, BC, a rebalance. I don't know what, I think I was watching price to see if it was hold properly, and then we end up taking entry there. You could have done that, but honestly, kind of a midday, which is completely fine. This is December price action, so it's going to be way harder. And to be honest, we're not even doing that bad. It's actually like not that bad at all. Tuesday we have nothing, so let's just jump to macro. Okay, macro 44. What the flip? Okay, that's wow. Okay, anyways, unless we're too zoomed in. Are we too zoomed in? Okay, we have like an SMT kind of. I'm leaning to being towards bullish right now. Another glitch. I am leaning being bullish right now. But to be honest, let's just see what macro tells us. Seeing this at 44 is kind of annoying because you know price displays so much. We disrespected the Sibi, so 44 was a great entry, but I just skipped to 45. So at this point, we have to wait for some form of rebalance. Just a little bit would be fine, right? That's 45. Okay, that looks good so far. Is this enough to enter longs? No. At this point, right, we can't expect this little 1 minute biscuit to get filled. The reason why, now it may not get filled, but the reason why we expect this 1 minute biscuit to get filled is because the third candle is bearish. Now, whenever we have a fair value gap, that's obviously a BISI or SIBI. If the third candle opposes the actual idea of the fair value gap, we're more than likely going to fill it. Now, this may not happen all the time, but I expect price to fill it, mainly because, like, bro, if the third candle was bearish, we expect price to get into this BISI at least. So let's see if price does that, right? See my point? So we barely filled CE, but Okay, that looks pretty bearish to me. We can't wait. What's price doing? We can't wait one more candle. Okay, that's enough. Okay. So is this enough for bearish? No. Right. The reason why, and I know this looks pretty dumb, but we could just react off this 50% and go higher. Or this total soup was just to make price rebalance for us to continue going lower. And I guess for this gap, because that's clearly what price wants to do. So I'm going to zoom back into the 1 minute and wait for candle close. That's all I'm asking for because we have this busy left still. So let's wait for candle close. See, we completely flipped. I'm waiting for candle close. See now, look, see my point. With those previous 20 seconds, so many people would have entered buys because of the way this candle completely flipped off this busy, and we were so up here now. But candle closure is so important, and now my bias is more bearish now because we tried to respect this busy and we tried to displace higher, but we completely flipped it again, making me consider being bearish. But let's see how this next candle opens up. Now we're pretty bullish, but let's see if we get displacement. Not enough displacement, we're going down again. We formed an SMT now, it's a clear, obvious SMT. I don't mind shorts, to be honest. Um, 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 honestly, I don't see what to target though. Let me try this. Try to target this, to be honest. That's perfect. I'm gonna try this and see what price does. Only problem is that ES is too bullish right now. ES is so bullish. Look at ES, right? That 5 minute candle told us we're going higher. Shall I wait for candle close? I think it's best to wait for candle close. What do you guys think? Can't you mark off the OB? Oh yeah, it's an OB as well, but I think candle close is important. Gamble TP came close. Yeah, candle close. Yeah, SMT, but I think candle close is pretty good. I'm just gonna take it because obviously, right, in live markets, you're watching the candle live. In backtesting, you have to pause time and worry about candle close. But on live markets, I think you'd wait for how the candle's moving. So I'm gonna take this though. I think this is fine. I think this is pretty good. I don't mind if I lose. That's an SMT. Now we look very bullish now. I think it's gonna go higher. Let's see what price does. Okay. Right, this is a nice entry. We had an SMT try to displace higher. We're going lower again. Let me see what price does. You know, my TP was a bit too big, but let's see what price does. Oh, flip. Okay. Not too bad. I think the only problem was ES being a bit too choppy and we eventually displaced lower. I think the best entry within this optimal trade. I mean, once you see this Bissy get disrespected, right, and this Bissy tries to hold, but we come back down again. I think my idea was valid. Honestly, I think my idea was perfect, right? Going through it again, it's just a lower time frame. We had this Bissy, right? Mark it out. You can clearly tell from the three candles here it got disrespected, but the fourth candle showed us displacement. So I waited one more candle to see if we get displacement above here to end off displacement, but we came back down again here into the Sibi again. Obviously, so then you wait one more candle. One more candle opens up, we basically fill the inverse and then completely close down here. So if my stop's above manipulation high, which is obviously the SMT, why am I going to get stopped out? So obviously price comes in, we then take out this low, obviously it's going to make price rebalance again. We rebalance into this area again, displace lower again. Then at this point, right, the basically got completely displaced through. But you don't want to enter short straight away, you have to wait for some rebalance again. One more candle won't hurt. This candle opens up, is that enough for shorts? No. This candle opens up, is that enough for shorts? No. This candle opens up, that's more bullish now. Now at this point, right, we just retested the same area again. I think that's a 5 minute OB. Yeah. And now at this point, I can see price going lower. And then obviously the best entry, to be honest, is probably 58 because we just days past this busy. And using the fib again, right? This is a very small fib, but you can see that we've just retested the same area again. We chopped within this area, displaced lower, retested the area, dumped to -8. And -16 might be a nice target as well. Holy crap, bro. Let's see if that actually gets hit. No way. Okay, look at the way it displaced and then used that same level to go lower. That was so clean. And honestly, I can see it go -16. I think it does, you know. I want to see -16 get hit, please. 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 I'm gonna go 1 minute. This is some fib. There's -16 get hit, right? Let's see if it goes higher now. Holy crap, bro. Holy crap. Bro, don't play with Fibonacci, bro. Actually, don't play. I only used it with this 1 minute wick, bro. That's all I used it for. And don't play, bro. Don't actually play. Oh, my days are so broken. Anyways, yeah. So, using this Fibonacci, right? We just chopped around the 2, which is fine. We never should aim displacement off the 2 to go higher. We then hit the 4 again, obviously it's, chopped around. We then came back into the -2, used that as a displacement candle, and then targeted the. Then I targeted the 4. I mean, sorry, the 8, which I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't target the 8. Now the 8 got displaced, which is nice, but then we just used that as a rebalance to come lower here, and then the 16 eventually got hit, and now we just go high again. Don't play, bro. Anyways, that's the Fibonacci there. Like, does anyone just. I know, bro, it's crazy. Like, for real, bro. TJR, but the third candle of the imbalance being the opposite color, so you can accept rebalance into it faster. Yes, 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 sir, yes, sir. That fib is so clean, bro. Yeah, I'll go. But obviously, a high time frame fib is way stronger. So let's just go through this day, see what price does. Let's assume this is manipulation, right? Let's see if we go higher now. Let's just watch on a 1 hour. Okay, bang, -1 go ahead. Let's see what happens. I'm going to 5 minute. Oh wow, so surprised. We just completely flipped from it. Let's see if we go to -2 though. Okay, we use that. Okay. Wait, am I going to miss the next day? No, I'm not. I just want to see how this fib works. Bro, look at that shit, bro. Look at that -1 hit, bro. Let me zoom back in here. So clean. Taking out all these highs as well, aligns with it, and then it stumps lower now. Anyways, next day. We use fib again tomorrow. By tomorrow, I mean obviously the next day. Um, Next day again. This is obviously now the. What day is this? I don't even know. Wait, let's wait. Is this Thursday? Yes, okay, Thursday 19th. So okay, Wednesday was FMC anyway, so I'm glad I missed that. Thursday we have just orange news at 10 a.m. I want to go FMC though. FMC dumb. Damn, FMC went crazy. Wow, okay. This kind of fixed the market a little bit, to be honest. That was just mad. Anyways, my bad. Weekly got filled. There's like a massive daily SMT here. Alright. So let's just use the fib on the FMC. Because we're clearly bullish, right? We dumped so much, we're just gonna be bullish now. So my target is the -2 and -2.5. We hit the -1 already when we came low again to go to the -2, 2.5. I'll make this as accurate as possible, by the way, just so you guys can see it properly. There you go. Alright, you can see the -1 got hit perfectly there. Rebalance to go higher, so I'm expecting -2 to get hit. Let's zoom into the macro. I'm gonna keep the fib here, bro. Look how clean that is. Oh my days, bro. Oh my days. Anyways, I need to stop glazing fib. I don't even use it like that. I just love seeing it work when I'm not using it. It's so annoying. Anyways, let's get to market open. Okay, we displaced back into the -1. Right, I'm not gonna marry the bias and assume we're bullish, but from what I'm seeing right now, I think it's probably gonna work out. Okay, never mind. 45 opens there, perfect. I'm gonna get rid of the fib for now. See if we're bullish. I'll target that later. So right now, right, we are looking bearish. To be honest, we're respecting the SIBI. We have now displaced, but we have formed equal laws in ES. I'm gonna have to see this. I'm waiting to wait one more candle just because you don't want to enter shorts right now. I want to see the SIBI get forward. What did I say, user? Obviously, bearish, bearish, bullish candle close. Now, obviously, it's macro, so we are very volatile. So there is a possibility this SIBI may not get filled, which is completely fine. Okay, there it is. There's the fill. Like I said, bro, if the third candle is the opposite of where the direction of the fair value gap is going, we're probably going to fill it more than likely. It's common sense, right? Okay, wow, that's my displacement. That isn't a disrespect, but it's not a respect either. It's like an in between. But we're in 1 hour busy. I'm bullish. I'm bullish. I'm bullish. If this candle closes bullish, I'm in, bro. I swear. Yeah, I'm in. I'm taking this. I'm taking this. It's a bit premature though. I don't mind taking this, you know. So I just want to see this fib work. I'm gonna go crazy right now, boy. I'm gonna go crazy. Let me put you guys on some game, bro. I'm gonna go crazy. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I know it's 120 points, but just chill, just chill. The only thing I can see Price doing is manipulating one more time to come higher, because we have like relative equal lows, but I'm not scared right now. I'm just gonna take this. I think the best stop loss is down here, so I'm gonna do down here. It's still big though, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'll throw as soon as Price displays is higher. I think you guys can see me long in as well, right? We basically we trying to displace the low of the city we suspected it, so I can see Price is going right now. Rebalance. Ooh, ooh, no! Hold up, hold up. Pooh, we're gonna get stopped. No, are we gonna manipulate one more time? Are we actually gonna do that? Are we actually gonna do that? Are we just bearish? Bro, we're in a 1 hour busy, bro. There's no way we're actually bearish. Well, I thought I'm just doing this because I want to see this fib get hit, bro. Maybe but I just want to see this fib get hit. I can't lie. That's what I want to see. Bro, we had to manipulate that much. What is going on, bro? Honestly, I just want to see the fib get hit. I know we're bullish, bro. Surely, bro. Look, we're just trying to displace higher. We're not doing it. I mean, displace low. We're not doing it. Okay, now we are. Damn, okay, anyways, I hit stop. I was just being done with the Fibonacci. I just wanted to try to use it, see if it'll work. But anyways, I guess all it wanted was the one. Going through the trade. I just wanted to enter long to see if it would work. I'm being dumb. But where is it? Going through the trade, right? When you see a candle like this, you need more structure. Like this was not enough. With one more candle. And honestly, as soon as price displaces low, you could enter shorts, but there's a lot of wicks, so that's fine. Not too bad. I just want to see that Fibonacci get hold. Let's go to the next day. Okay, now, bro, this is 2 days before Christmas, bro. This it's a day before Christmas Eve now. Decent news though. But anyways, back to the fib. I just want to see this hold, bro. Bro, it did hold eventually, bro, but it had to come low one more time. Damn. Okay. Um, I guess it makes sense, right? Manipulation like properly, then we start this place high now, so we can use it here. To be honest, nothing much though. But anyways, let's just zoom in. I'm gonna stop being stupid. So let's just go to micro open. All right. So what do we see? We just see a bunch of accumulation. Macro opens now. Looking at this right, this is the Monday, 2 days before Christmas, so don't be crazy. To be honest, I can see price displacing lower after forming an SMT up here, and the 15-minute looks like that, which is honestly perfect. So you can see, right, you can see the 15-minute do something like this and then go lower, but if it's truly bearish, I'm just going to go lower. So there is 1 minute signal there, but I don't think it's going to get filled. But I'd rather just wait for it and be stingy because it's a Monday and also because it's Christmas week. So let's just wait for that to get filled. There we go, filled. Is that enough for us to go lower? No. Well, why would you? Okay, really? Oh, really? Anyways, we missed that, so I'm just gonna wait. That's kind of annoying. Why did the first 10 seconds just dump like that? I'm waiting though. Um, Createl soup? No. Honestly, shorts now is great, but bro, I just missed the move. Okay, that's fine. Um, Bro, honestly, that was perfect. It's just you could enter off its placement here. That would have been amazing. But because we're just skipping through the 10 second, this is what price is doing. Okay, that's 54. So I think 54 taps a 5 minute inverse, yeah. Okay, we have an SMT here. Okay. Does the bias look to you bearish or bullish? To me, it looks more bullish, but I don't think this SMT is going to hold for us to go high. I think we're just going to rebalance in the SMT and continue to go lower. So let's just watch price. That's pretty good for longs. I think longs are pretty good. One sec. I think longs here are pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't take it though. I didn't take it though. The reason why is because we just placed past this 5 minute SIBI that we had here. We just placed past the 5 minute SMT. Overall, SMTs were really strong these days. You can just target this high if you want. You can just target this high if you want. But let's see if the price does that. Uh, overall, this is a dead day though. I ain't taking no trades here. I'm not taking no trades. Honestly, I
Bro,
think,
Osman, why is there fucking 20 people in here? Where is everyone?
bro, it's too late. That's why, bro.
Did you just start?
No, no, I started. When did I start? It's the 23rd now. We're just doing December 24. So it's horrible backtesting. But I started basically an hour and a half ago.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was about to say.
Yeah, we're
I
just
bet.
backtesting December, and it's kind of a hard month. So we're just seeing what we can do in December.
Yeah. Okay, bet. Cool. No, I just wanted to check up on everyone because I wasn't able to make the group call.
How was the flight?
It was good, bro.
It was good, yeah. Where'd you go?
Cabo. I'm in Cabo right now.
Oh yeah, fairs, fairs.
Yeah. All right, bet. All right, G.
Go on, take care, bro.
Later, bro.
See ya. Anyways, as I was saying, this is honestly, if you didn't catch these shorts, it's kind of mid. They just retested the same reel. Alright, cool. Should we trade Christmas Eve? I don't think Christmas Eve will hold though. Do you guys think Christmas Eve has good price action? Let's see if it says bank holiday. It doesn't. Oh my days, it doesn't. Should we trade it? Bro, this is not bad, you know. Honestly, this is not that bad. Alright, 15-minute got busy filled. Hourly busy got filled. We're going higher. I think if this next candle displaces, we're going to enter longs. Generally, that's what I can see right now. I'm taking this as a quick thing. Right, let me, why is it bugging? No, there's too many SMTs, bro. Yeah. But when I'm entering, obviously my stop loss is here, by the way. I have a soft stuff in my head. This is my stop loss. Oh my days. This is my stop loss. Okay, this is actually dead. It's not too bad though, you know. This is not too bad. Honestly, this is not too bad. What are we targeting though? Bruh. 30 points? Okay, so we can't use fib on this day, right? Because this obviously, right, to you, you can see this as a Fibonacci, as a manipulation wick. So you grab this, right? Obviously, if we're in a high time frame, massive, obviously SIBI, whatever, you can just target the 4. And notice how, right, as soon as price hits the 2, what does price do? It just used as a rebalance to go higher. Bang, 4 got met. Oh, Christmas Eve went good. Now you're going to see chops around the 4. You can see there. Decent chops, to be honest, but now the price is placed higher. Honestly, not too bad. That's not too bad, you know. Okay, there's chops around the 4. That's how you use fib, guys. That's literally how you use fib. It's not even hard. Just grab the manipulation weight as price is displacing away from it, use it, see what price does, and you can see here that we just banged. Honestly, not too bad. You can see, look what price does as soon as it hits the 4. It has to rebalance properly. So yeah, it either rebalances or reverses. It's one or the other. It's everyone's being suppressed. Mercury law. I think so. I think so. Anyway, that's a pretty good day. Let's just go to the next day. All right, this is Christmas Day. Hello, is it Christmas Day? Holy. Oh, wait, it skipped Christmas Day, isn't it? It did, isn't it? Yeah, it went from 24 and then 25 like Asian session and then 26 went crazy and this is 26 market open. Honestly, bro, there's not even a point trading this. She's not too bad. Honestly, it's not too bad, but I ain't trading this, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's not too bad. On the longs after are pretty good. Um, 27, 27, 27. Let's lock in 27. Okay, it's Friday, so we know it's low prob. I wanted to have price record of FMC. Okay, we're gonna grab this again, right? This looks pretty weird. We are bearish now. We look very bearish. So let's just let macro open. We're just completely flooding, so let's go to macro. Wow, bro, that's crazy. Relax, bro. Relax, bro. Holy, how much did we just move? Yeah, bro's crazy. Like, chill, 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 chill. Right, I'm gonna try to take entry before 45. Honestly, if a drawn liquidity has not been met, yeah, I'm taking entry before. Right, again, you can use fib on the other side. All right, you can just grab it like that. The 8 got ran through, bro. The 8 actually got ran through. Damn. Let me try on 1 hour. That 8 got praised. So the best time to use fib is obviously looking for TPs and stop losses. But obviously, like, you just have to wonder where price wants to go. So you can see here, it hit the zero point 0.5 displaced. -1 wicked around. -2 again chopped around, used as an area. -4 got displaced. -8 also got displaced. But if this next candle just displaces low, I'm just entering off displacement. Damn, I missed it, bro. No, I missed it. No, no. I'm being done. Hold on, let me shoot trade. Um, honestly, bro, I wouldn't even trade this day either, bro. Let's wait for rebalance actually. So obviously, right, there's 1 minute SIB got rebalanced. We expected it, but now we don't look pretty bullish just yet. I just want to see how deep once the price wants to rebalance to go higher. All right, there's the BISI there. Okay, candle close, candle close. That's one more candle, one more candle. I'll take that. Should wait for candle close. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb, bro. Uh, I'm being too unserious, bro. This is honestly such a horrible day. Let me close this. Bro, what can you actually catch here? We did all that just before, bro. What can you actually catch, bro? Honestly, what can you catch? I think once this basically got disrespected, you could have caught entries here and targeted that low. Could have done that. That's honestly not bad. Right? So this basically got formed. We tried to displace from it and then it came back down again. And then the Sibi got formed. And just end off displacement. You can just go there. And that's pretty good, right? There's dumps now. Honestly, bro, that's the only entry you can find. So whenever we're dumping so many points, right? Like that, you want to wait for the rebalance. And then we rebalanced TR into the same Sibi again, and then we just took out the internal high. And then from there, we respected that and then came lost. That obviously me entering shorts here was stupid. I should wait for candle close. I don't know why I didn't. Obviously you guys will, and then you will see that price probably for the 5 minute Sibi. Yeah, right there, and then obviously then displace low. So that's displacement. So whenever we see price doing this, right, and I got stopped out once for doing the same thing. I was watching price respect all these 1 minute confluences. 1 minute Sibi, 1 minute example, example, example. And then I was like, okay, cool. 1 minute Sibi's gonna hit, it's gonna get respected and get stopped out because price wants to rebalance in the 5 minute and then go lower. So you don't want to go through that type of thing. Here's my December. Bro made 23K. Damn. Damn. Keep cooking, bro. Keep cooking. Anyways, yeah. It's probably gonna go lower now. Pretty good, pretty good. Honestly, December isn't too bad. I just think it's much harder to backtest December than live trade December. No problem, bro. Was it you or was it Massey, bro? Oh, it was you as well. You got 23K and he got 13K. But so why are you guys getting so good and then I'm just getting like 965, bro? I feel like I'm not trading properly. I'm only just not gonna lie. When I've looked at this, I'm more watch price than actually trade price. Not gonna lie, because that's how I trade. I usually just watch price instead of trade price. I don't know why I just do that. I'm not fully focused either. I'm just like watching price. Okay, this is New Year's Eve basically. So honestly, I might just not even trade this one. Okay, continuation is lower. Um, guess we're bearish. Okay, let's see how this candle closes because I want to see if we displace lower. Okay, right, that's scary to me. I think price wants to rebalance, maybe. What the hell? Price wants to rebalance, maybe. Yeah, I think price wants. Why is it? Do you recommend I use FX for backtesting or trading view? FX, bro, FX. You have to use FX. Okay, okay, we have like a towel sweep right now here, but is this enough for us to rebalance for us to come lower again? No, we were going to go higher a little bit more. Is that enough? No. Is this enough? Okay, we're going to go higher now. We're in PXL. Okay, with 5 minute candle opens, meaning, right? Is that enough for us to go lower? No. Okay, meaning we're going to go much higher now. Okay, so what price does. Is this enough? No. Okay, I want to see this BSC get filled because we have the opposite is obviously bearish, so you can tell it's going to get filled. There's been filled. Do we get an inverse from it? Yes. One more candle. Oh man, I kind of missed it though. Um, I don't know if entering right now is worth it. I think it is. I'm waiting one more candle, but if we displace loss, fine. I'm waiting. See, notice I'm waiting because at that point I missed the entry, so I'm gonna wait. Right, we're still trying to be bullish as well. Okay, now really good. But I want to see how this candle closes though. That's bearish, but now I've missed entry. That's pretty good. Towel soup, and then we can try cut shorts. It's pretty good. Let's see if price goes lower. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Honestly, bro, it's pretty decent, but I think price isn't moving that much. I don't know what it is, to be honest. First optimal entry, right? We had the Spacey and Sibi just suspect, and then rebalance into the Sibi again, displacement from it, enter off there, right? What do you wait for? Displacement, rebalance, displacement. Displacement, rebalance, bing bing, displacement. That's a perfect entry. Target that low. Turtle soup, rebalance again here, more displacement. Now then 10 a.m. opens up and then we just chop on after. Yeah, for real, bro. On live charts, I promise you guys, on live charts, you will catch these trades way easier than backtesting. I'm skipping through the 10-second. If it was a proper backtest, we have to do this. We generally have to do this. I promise you we have to do this. No, let me slow this down. Hold up. You'd have to do this, bro. And we're gonna be here forever if we do this, bro. We genuinely will be here forever. And you know what? We'll go through PM session and we'll try to do it like that. I don't even mind. Just to see how it feels. PM session. Did I skip it? Did I skip it? No, I didn't. Perfect. Okay. That's macro for PM session, right? Okay, let's go to the 1 second. Let's play this for now. While price is moving, we're obviously gonna watch what price wants to do. To me, right now, like we look very bullish, right? We finally displaced higher again. We are in this 1 hour civvy, and we have obviously have this BIST fill, but from the way it's kind of it's closing, we look very bullish. So to me, I'm bullish. Same on ES, that's perfectly fine. We had this 1 minute BIST here, but to me, I think from the way price is moving, I think we're gonna obviously be bullish. For right now, this is gonna take way too long, but I'm just gonna try. Um, PM session though, so yeah. Do I have an SMT? So that's 55 and 25. Perfect. Nice SMT. We haven't really displaced after it, so I am still going to be careful. I just want to see how this candle closes because we have displaced higher. I want to see a stealth soup. Make price rebalance as much as possible. We have this 1 minute busy down here, but I won't be surprised if you don't fill it. Let's skip this a bit now. It's taking too long. Okay, that candle closes like that. Okay, there's us displacing higher, but we haven't really displaced much yet. So let's wait for candle close. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay, are we good? Okay, now we've almost displaced above this high. I want to see displacement candle close above this high. Okay, there's displacement. Do we enter? Honestly, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Bang that. And also pretty late entry. So this feels like a live trade, ain't gonna cap. Hello, let me get my stop loss. Hello. Hey, don't take no. Okay. Thank God. Okay, anyways. Getting the stop losses, I think under the 5 minute wick is pretty good. Now the only problem I'm doing is wait for candle close. But I think it's completely fine. This is just entering off displacement. This is a pretty dumb entry, but I'm just gonna try this out. It's PM session and also it's the day before Christmas. Now this is approaching our stop loss very, very badly right now. But it's fine. Let's just let price move. Honestly, this is a horrible entry. Okay, what do we target by the way? Let me just let price move for now. We target um let's just target 1-to-1, bro. Let's just target 1-to-1. Honestly, I think this is gonna hit stop loss though. This is a horrible entry. The reason why is because I didn't know if the candle to close, and I also this is PM session. Also, this is the day before Christmas. So don't expect me to be a crazy trader right now, bro. Can I get this, please, bro? Okay, we're gonna hit stop loss. This is a horrible entry, bro. Oh shit. Let's see if it holds though. And SL's gonna get hit from the way that candle's moving. Bang, SL hit. Okay. Honestly, bro, what'd you expect, man? I'm literally trading PM session. This is what we're doing with, bro. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna finish this now because it's Christmas. This is New Year's now. Anyways, overall, right? I'm just gonna keep this here. I'm gonna speak to you guys. Overall, December is not that bad of a thingy. December's not that bad of a month. It's just you just have to be very careful when it comes to rebalances. That's literally the only reason why. Overall, this is a nice session, but what I'm gonna do is right. I think what I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna play price like this. And honestly, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna trade like 1 week only. Just because it's gonna make it as realistic as possible. Because the reason why I don't enter majority of the time is because I kind of missed the move. Oops, I pressed YouTube by accident. Oh my days. Let me do this. I'm actually clicking every single button. As I was saying, I think for next time's idea, I think doing that is way easier. What do you guys think? I think a lot of the executions when I'm just entering off the 1 second, stop picking the short. When I'm entering off the 1 second, like if I was to do this, it's gonna be way easier. I think, and instead of doing 1 month, we could do like a solid week. No, I don't think it'll be 4 hours. I think 5 days, and it'll take you like, if the macro is 15 minutes, right? 15 to 30 minutes, and overall, okay, once I'm in the trade, I'll skip through it a little bit. But if the model with the F holidays and bank holiday, last 3 bank holiday PA was clean as well. Yeah, I mean the PA has been clean, bro. I realized that. I realized that. Let's check this one then. But I'm just gonna do this though. Okay. If you was to trade this, right? You look very short. But I'm waiting for some confirmation, and then we'll probably bearish. We'll go bearish. Or bullish now, to be honest. Honestly, you could go longs here. This is a mad entry though. No, that's mad. Let's see what price does. No, this is not even that, bro. This is not even that bad. It's still kind of dead though. It's still mid. But I ain't who's trading 31st of December. Anyways, as I was saying to you guys, what was I saying? I think 1 week to 2 weeks of just on the 1 second. I think that's a great. Do you guys think that's a good idea? I think doing it tomorrow or Sunday, depending on how Kartik says, what Kartik says. I think generally, I think that's gonna be way better because that testing to a point, it kind of gets draining. Like you can tell I'm just drained right now, just from doing the same thing over and over again. I know it's working hard, etc. But it gets to a point where you just do the same model over and over again. But to avoid the dumb mistakes where I don't wait for candle close, where I don't do this, this, and that, I think it's going to make backtesting go to another level. Yeah, like real time. So what I'm gonna do, Lucas, is just I'll put this to 1 second. I'll skip to macro though. I won't skip to market open. I'll skip to macro. Well, I'll skip to 940 and I'll just let price do this. Well, I'll make it a bit faster. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And then just seeing how price candle closes, etc., etc. Treat it as if it's as live as possible. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me stop recording 1 sec.